Hello, students. Mr. Mo here again. Going to be just a quick one here showing you how to set up your brochure in case you screwed it up or you were absent. So please follow along. Okay. I'm going to go here. We're going to get Microsoft Word open. Mine's just right up here. So I'm going to click on Microsoft Word and hit open. And when this pops up, I'm going to click a blank document. So I'm going to click blank. And now I am ready to begin. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to design, actually. So I'm going to go to design. Actually, no, I am not going to go to design. That was just a trick. I faked you out there. I am going to go to, I think, page layout first. Yeah, page layout's where I'm going to go. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to orientation. And I'm going to click on that, and I want it to be landscape. Okay, I want it to be wide, not up and down like the portrait. I want it to be landscape. And so you can see that makes my page grow wider a little bit. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to columns, click on columns, and I want to have 3 columns. So I'm going to click on 3 columns, and nothing really happens. The reason you don't see anything that has happened is because I need to get my ruler out. To get my ruler out, I'm going to go to View, and right here where it says Ruler, I'm going to put a check mark in the ruler. And now you can see that we have rulers on the top and side of the paper. And when I did my columns, that added these little gray areas to it. So if I go back to page layout and I go to columns and I go to 1, you're going to see those gray areas disappear. But we want 3 columns, and so now you see the gray areas return. Now the next thing I want to do is we need 2 pages for our brochure. So to get the 2 pages, you need to hold Control on your keyboard. So hold Control and then tap Enter 1 time. And when you do that, now you see I have 2 pages, okay, for my document here. The next thing that we need to do is we need to insert lines for our columns, okay, and to do that, I'm going to move this out of the way. I like to make my document a little bit smaller. So down here, this is the zoom bar. And so as I click that, you can see my document gets smaller, and you can mess around with it and get it super small, or you can make it big. I'm going to get it basically to where I can see the top and bottom of my document. And so now that I do that, I need to insert my lines for my columns. And if you want to insert lines, you need to go here to Insert. And then the lines are actually a shape. So I'm going to go here to Shapes. And here's the line right here. So I go to my line. And now look, some of you guys are going to struggle with this when it comes time to do your lines. So you're going to start clicking, and you're going to be like, okay, here's my line. Oh, and it's like you've been drinking and drawing. Okay, don't do that. That's bad. So I'm going to get rid of this line, and I'm going to draw another one. And something that will help you keep your lines straight will be if you hold Shift on your keyboard, then it makes your line straight. So you can see even when I'm going over here, you know, it makes sure that it's a straight line. So it's a lot easier to draw your lines here. And as you can see, I screwed mine up there at the end. I will get my line fixed here. There, now it's straight. And so once I get my line and it's nice and straight, you can either continue to draw another one here. You want to draw it within this gray area, or you can click on the line, which is what I like to do a lot of the times in my lines. The smaller it is, the harder it is to click on it. I can click on my line. I'm going to right click and hit copy, and then I can paste it in. I'm just going to hit Control V to paste. And then there's my other line, which I want to draw to put as part of my columns as well. And again, we're keeping it within this gray area. And so now you can see I have my 3 columns. This one looks a little skinny, so to make the columns a little more even, you can, you know, adjust these to make sure your columns are all even. Then I would need to go down here to my other page, and I would need to do the same thing with my lines down here and drag them over. But you get the point, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time getting it all perfect like. So now I have my columns for my brochure. Once you have your columns, it's then important you need to put your page border in, and that's when I'm going to go to the Design tab. So I go to Design over here, and all the way at the end, right here where it says Page Borders, I'm going to click on that. And then you can click whatever you want, box, shadow, 3D, it doesn't really matter. And you can choose a color for like the line around your border, or you can even, you can make it a thicker border if you want. Or you can go down here and go to art, which a lot of kids like doing, and they like choosing different little artworks. Cupcakes! And so I'm going to go to cupcakes. But look, these are fatty cupcakes, okay? We don't want to gain too much weight from this assignment. So I'm going to lower them down to like 9. I click OK, and now you can see I've got beautiful cupcakes surrounding my document, okay? And so that is the basic setup of the brochure. The only other thing I want to make sure that you guys are aware of is the front of the brochure is on this far right column. This is the front. And then right next to it, this is the back. All these other columns, this one and the entire page below, those will be on the inside portion of your brochure. So if we need to start here and we want to type over here, a lot of you guys will just start hitting enter, right? And look what's happening to my lines, right? That's bad. We don't want to do that. Remember, anytime we are typing, we need to use a text box. So if I want to type over here, you guys should know how to use the text boxes, right? Remember, we'll fill an outline. I go to my text box, and I'm going to hit draw text box, and now I can draw my text box here, and I can type whatever I want. And if I realize, oh man, I wasn't supposed to put that there, then I can move it over here. That's why the text boxes are going to be so helpful on your brochures. And then guys, as far as like word art and stuff, word art you can move automatically. So it doesn't matter where your cursor is. I can go to the edge of this and I can move that over here. Your cursor should always be right here throughout your entire assignment. It should never leave this area. You're going to insert everything right here. If you want to insert a picture, you'll go to insert picture and you'll put your picture in. I'll just do one of these sample pictures, desert. And so I put this in, and again, if you want to move it, click on this little half rainbow thing, go to in front of text, and now you can move your picture where you want. Okay, so hopefully that helps you guys get the brochure all set up and ready to go. I guess one of the most important parts now would be saving it. And so when you save it, you're going to go to File, Save As, and then we need to find, it's on our computer, so I'm going to double click on computer, go find our U drive. So if I click computer here, go find your U drive, right? And then go to that folder called 6th grade computers, click on it, and then hit save. And I would name it brochure or something. Don't just leave it document 1. Name it brochure, okay? Okay, that's that. Good luck. See you later.